I'm going to be playing the social worker.
I'm going to be playing Kelly.
I'm going to be playing Sandra.
And I'm Phil.
So before we start, I have a short icebreaker for us to help us all get talking and sharing. Describe one positive thing about each other.
Kelly gives me more space. Phil is annoying me less.
I guess my mom's a good cook, and Sandra didn't hit me this week.
Well, Sandra's been acting a little bit more mature, and Phil hasn't been instigating anything lately.
Well, thank you for sharing and trying to focus on positive qualities. Since our last session, we went over my role and came to an agreement that we wanted to work on building positive relationships with everyone in the family. We spoke about expectations and briefly discussed goals. We also created, your family genogram and eco map, which express some areas for improvement and also some strengths that your family has. Before we get started, can you guys give me an update on how last week went in the household? And as you guys throughout the session, I'm just going to be taking some notes, so just to keep myself updated and accurate.
Okay, well, I guess I can start. Things have been a bit better. There's been less fighting between the kids, which is really good. There's been less negative conflict, I guess you could say, within the household.
So I know building a positive relationship with everyone in the family is important, and I want to thank everyone for coming. I noticed that Lou was not able to attend today's session. How's everyone feeling about that?
I'm used to it. Nothing new.
Not much. It's okay.
Well, he's been really busy lately, so it's normal for him to miss things.
So you mentioned that this is nothing new and that this is normal for him to miss things. How often do you believe that he is missing out on family activities?
He misses a lot, but he has to work. He's always telling us that, and I try my best to fill him in and catch him up when he gets home.
I don't notice anything. I'm always in my room.
And his schedule changes pretty much every week, but it's not that he doesn't want to be here, it's just that he always has to work. So we both try our best to balance each other's schedules.
Besides Lou's working schedule, did anything occur or change that you guys would like to talk about?
Nothing.
Sandra's attitude is a bit better at home. I think she's finally accepted the fact that she's not getting her phone back.
For this week's session, I wanted to go through some situation cards. I'll read some cards that have scenarios, and I want you guys to answer or try to solve the situation as you normally would. There are no right or wrong answers. This is an activity, just to get a better understanding on how each member solve problems.
How long is this going to take? Kelly, you said I can meet my friends at the mall.
Yes, Sandra, but what did we agree on? You have to take Phil, and I'm dropping you off and picking you up. You've been behaving a little bit better, so you can be with your friends for a couple of hours while I'm grocery shopping.
Why?
I just need money to play games.
We discussed this earlier with your father. We do not feel that you should be out on your own right now, so Phil is going with you.
Okay, it's fine.
I would like to acknowledge that this is a great example of a positive conflict resolution and good communication where you are verbalizing your feelings and thoughts about the situation. Let's take a moment to discuss discipline. What are the rules in your house?
Well, we don't really have any set rules for discipline. We usually just approach the situation when it happens.
This is a good conversation to have with you and Lou about creating some set expectations and boundaries with the family. Next session, it's important that Lou is present so we can create expectations and boundaries and then discuss afterwards with Sandra and Phil.
So does this mean that I don't have to come?
Stop it.
Stop what? You're annoying.
You're the one that's putting yourself into this conversation. Or
This is-
their conversation.
This is family therapy, isn't it?
See what I mean? They never stop arguing. If you guys continue doing this, no one's going to the mall.
You see what you caused?
I didn't start it.
Always blaming me. You're right. Sorry.
It seems to me that we should continue to work on practicing good conversation skills. For the rest of the session, we're going to focus on how Sandra and Phil would handle certain situations. The next week, we can focus on scenarios for Kelly and Lou. Here's the first scenario. You get a detention for being late to school. What do?
Well, if I need a ride to the detention, I might tell my mom.
I would go to detention and later tell my dad.
How do you think Kelly or Lou would respond?
Oh, my dad, he'll just ask why I got the detention and brush it off.
My mom will ask a lot of questions and get worried.
Okay, that's some good insight. Thank you. The next scenario is Kelly cleaned your room while you were at school. How would you respond?
Thanks, Mom.
Why would you enter my room? Why did you clean my room without asking me? Did you go through my stuff?
Well, I would like some more appreciation.
You know I don't like it when you go through my stuff. I could clean my own room anyways.
I think setting boundaries will help all family members. I believe Kelly is attempting to help, but if you are uncomfortable with people entering your room, it's important to respectfully state your concerns from both sides. Here's another scenario. Let's say Lou forgot your birthday and gave you money a few weeks later. How would you feel and react?
I'll take the money.
He never forgets my birthday. If he does that, I would be so mad and I would ignore him.
It sounds like Lou is pretty responsible. The last scenario is Sandra has been watching TV for 3 hours and you want to play video games. What do?
Nothing. She'll hit me and get what she wants.
You're such a girl. Stop being dramatic.
Okay, well, actually, Phil will get upset and yell at her, and then Sandra will react aggressively. But it's really not fair to Phil because he wants to use the TV too.
Can you think of a different way to handle the situation, Phil?
Well, we can come up with a fair system so that both of us can use a TV.
Yeah, I'm older by a few months, so I get more time.
What would the fair system look like?
I don't know. I don't care because I get more time.
I don't know.
Well, my TV shows are always 6 to 7 or 7 to 8, depending on the day.
Okay, so maybe depending on Sandra's TV show time, Phil can have an hour before or after.
But on Thursdays, I can't miss Grey's Anatomy or El Señor de los Cielos.
That sounds like a great resolution to try. Is everyone in agreement to trying out the fair system on the TV time? Thanks for your interaction and responses to the scenarios. I think you guys all did a great job participating. Next session, we'll have both of your parents come back and focus on parenting rules and expectations in the home. I'm also looking forward to hearing how the fair system works out. Do you guys have any questions?
Kelly, are we going to the mall?
Sandra, what did we say?
I need money, Mom.
Okay, sounds good. Well, I'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.